In the West, they tell stories of monsters that want your blood. But in the highland of Kenya, fears something more surgical. Something that doesn't want your meat. It wants your thought. Imagine walking into a village in the morning and finding 12 bodies. No blood on the floor, no limbs missing, just 12 humans with their skull cracked open like dry nuts. And the inside completely empty. This is not a ghost story. This is the ledger of the Chemosit. And if you hear it whistle tonight, you aren't just losing your life, you are losing your soul. The Nandi people call it Kerit, the devil. British colonists in 1905 thought it was just a myth until Major Brainwaite saw it. He described a beast as a lioness, but with a sound like a swooping pack that made it shuffle like a man in a costume. The day Brainwaite saw this creature, he wasn't alone. He was with a team of railway engineers. They heard a sound like a woman screaming in the distance, but the pitch was metallic. When their lanterns hit the tall glass, they didn't see any reflecting back. Instead, they saw a static where light seemed to disappear. Brainwaite noted in his diary that the air suddenly smelled like a rotten honey. This is a detail many skip, but it is crucial. The Chemosit is a phenomenon that smells like sweets. To lure you in before you realize you are being haunted. But the European explorers made one mistake. They looked for an animal. The Nandi knew it was a collector. The Chemosit is a hollow vessel. It has no brain of its own. It is a biological void that must be filled. When it finds a solitary traveler, it doesn't crawl the chest. It stands on its hind leg, 6 feet of matted, leatherish fur, and place its heavy paws on your shoulder. It doesn't roll, it whistles. A sweet, high-pitched song that paralyzes the mind, and then the harvest begins. Before we continue, let's look at the biological mystery of the Nandi bear. The cryptozoologists in the West try to claim the Nandi bear is a surviving calico deer, an extinct prehistoric beast with claws like hooks. But science can't explain the whistling. An animal rule should defend territory. It doesn't whistle a big bite to put you into a trance. They suggest the Chemosit isn't just an animal. It is an apex predator of subcultures. It doesn't haunt your body. It haunts your frequency. This is where the horror turns psychological. The elders say that the brain the Chemosit devour don't simply die. They are stored. Every memory you have, your mother's face, your first love, the secrets you have never told anyone. It all becomes part of the beast library. In 1919, a farmer named Karaboste reported a brain eater on her land. The sheep were found with perfect circular holes in their heads. But then, the people started disappearing, one by one. They weren't buried, they were absorbed. Think about that. Somewhere in the dark forests of the Nandi hills, there is a creature carrying 1,000's life inside its skull. 1,000 people who are technically dead, but whose memory are still awake inside the beast, screaming in dark room of bone. He was found survived. He was found wandering near the Sagot River. He was physically fine, but he was catatonic when he finally spoke. He didn't recognize his own wife. He started speaking in the voice of a little girl who had vanished 3 years prior. He was reciting her favorite bedtime story. The Chemosit had gotten full. It didn't have room for new grain, so it dumped a used soul into Rome and took his instead. If you wake up tomorrow and your memory feels misplaced, if you remember a childhood home you have never seen, it means the ledger has been updated and you are the next to be uncounted. Don't listen to the whistle. Let me give you a safety warning. If you ever find yourself in the highland of Western Kenya, the locals have a specific ritual. If you feel a sudden heaviness in you, like a headache behind your eyes, do not close your eyes. The Chemosit enters the mind through the REM state. If you fell asleep while it is near, it doesn't need to crack your skull. It simply downloads you. Subscribe for another story like this. See you in my next video.